Hey everybody, this is my 2008 Sportster 1200 Custom. I picked it up about 2 months ago, and after putting a couple hundred miles on it, I'm just going to share my thoughts, what I feel about the Harley, and in comparison to what I had before, which was a 2013 Monster 696 with ABS. And my bike before that was a Yamaha V-Star 650. Which was 2012, I believe. So my initial thoughts, I always wondered, why does the Harley brand cost so much? Why are they asking so much money for technology that has been developed and paid for since the 50s, like in this case of the Sportster? And in the first couple of days, after looking around the bike, I kind of realized, why they're asking so much. Every detail on it, it's quite high quality. Even like looking at the brake hoses and everything else just around the steering bar over here. If you look at it, this is much more durable than what I had on my Monster. But that's probably the only positive side of this bike compared to the Monster, which I know it's a completely different category. So the reason I got it, I always wanted to have a Harley and experience that. I like the way they sound, I like the way they look. I never rode one until I got this one. So the positive parts. My best way to compare this bike to a Monster is like Monster is a sports car and this is a muscle car. It definitely has a lot of torque. You don't have to rev the engine. You can basically let go of the clutch and we'll go. It is a 1200. It has that Screaming Eagle Stage 1 kit on it with the ECU reflash. I have stock mufflers on it. I don't like the ones that was on here when I first bought the bike, which was Vance & Hines blackouts. They were way too loud. I live in a building and I don't want my neighbors to complain. I have Burley stilettos on it. They're rear shocks to give a little more height so it's more compliant with potholes, especially around New York City over here. I did not realize how hard it's going to be to keep all the chrome clean, as all my bikes before did not have as much chrome. At least it looks like it's high quality chrome. Fuel economy, it's nothing to be proud of. DB 35 miles to the gallon. I got this to commute to work, to beat the traffic, and it's not as good at lane splitting as the Monster was. The negative side, it's very heavy. It's like 560 pounds, something like that. It's almost a third heavier than my previous bike, and it feels it. You feel it when you ride it. It is heavy. The brakes are terrible. I don't know why they put such weak brakes on such a heavy bike. So you cannot ride this as a sports bike, or with rapid accelerations, because you got to keep in mind the brakes are not that good. What else? It definitely needs ABS. I was riding this the other week in the snow. I know it wasn't a smart thing to do, but it was slipping and sliding because the wheels would lock up the moment you apply a little bit too much braking power. I don't know what the maintenance on this is going to be like, but I'm already thinking about selling it. I realized this bike is not for me. I'm not into the cruiser lifestyle. I definitely cannot ride this above 70 miles an hour. It gets very uncomfortable. Plus with those brakes, you always gotta think way ahead. The stock seat is pretty comfortable compared to my Monster. The one that was here, the aftermarket, was garbage. I did not, my ass was hurting after like 20 minutes. And that's pretty much it. Anybody wants to buy it, drop me an offer.